Nam yo ho ning ge cho 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 nam yo ho ning ge.
Hi, I'm Margaret, and this is the website where we take Buddhist philosophy and practice and apply them to the problems and concerns of everyday life. So this week, our topic is going to be, is it possible to be too attached to a goal? Recently, I've had questions or comments from practitioners who've badly wanted and chanted for a relationship goal, which has not come about. So in this vlog, I want to examine the different areas for self-reflection if a goal is remaining stubbornly out of reach. So the first thing you need to do is evaluate your goal. When you set a goal, you want to ask yourself, is this something I would love? If it makes you feel alive and expansive, then it's a good goal for you. Feeling expansive means you've aligned with the natural desire of the universe to expand with and through you. But if your goal makes you feel anxious or contracted, it's probably not a good goal for you. So when you set your goal, which would be the next step, are you being specific? Make your goal as specific as possible. Let's say you want a job. What kind of job would allow you to be really excited to go to work in the morning? What kind of working conditions do you want? How much do you want to be paid? And by when do you need to have this job? Now, once you've actually set the specifics of the job, of the goal, then you're going to need to make a decision, a determination that you're going to achieve this no matter what. Now, the no matter what is the issue here. Does it mean that you're going to try and force the goal through believing it should come about a certain way? If so, you may be too attached to a certain path. And if you're doing this, you may well be getting in the way of the universe, which might have an entirely different path to reach that goal. Then you would be blocking the very thing that you want. It's your responsibility to set the goal. It's the responsibility of the universe to work out how to get there. Just set your intention and then relax and let the universe do its work. It's going to supply you with ideas, and when it does, take action on them. So another question for self-reflection is, will your goal bring you happiness? We have to learn to trust that we're connected through our Buddha nature with life itself, the infinite mind that's created the cosmos. Trust that the universe is for you and your happiness. It's a beneficent universe. If your universe isn't going to bring you happiness, it may not come about. I'm going to tell you a story. And the person who told me this story said it was true. I don't know if it's true for sure, but it's a great story. There were 3 people new to the practice who decided to rob a bank. They chanted that the robbery would be successful. On the day it was due to take place, they had difficulty getting into the bank. They kept hitting red lights and snarls of traffic. When they arrived at the bank, the whole area was blanketed by police. Someone else had beat them to the punch and tried to rob the bank first. Needless to say, they returned home without doing anything and thanked their lucky stars they hadn't gotten there when they expected to. They had been protected from themselves. Now, if you've been chanting to connect with a certain person and it isn't coming about, it could be that this particular relationship might not bring you the happiness that you think it's going to. Set the goal that the relationship that's coming will be for the highest good for you and for the other person. And trust the universe to have the answer to that. The next question to reflect on is, are you chanting with an open hand? This means that you have an intention, and once you've made a determination and communicated it to the universe, you relax, open your hand, and say this or something better. Relaxation is important because if you're full of anxiety and depression, you're too attached to the outcome and won't be able to hear the answers that you're looking for. You will hear them when you keep your mind positive and relaxed. And also consider that anxiety and desperation might be pushing away the very relationship that you're looking for. Another question for self-reflection. Do I need to make personal changes for this goal to come about? Remember, chanting changes us, not the other person. When we change, then the whole situation can shift. But if we stay the same, then so does the situation. Let's say you're chanting for a relationship with a certain person, but you've not treated them well in the past, and they've withdrawn from you. Just chanting for that relationship to come back will probably not produce results. You would need to chant to understand what changes you need to make so that the relationship can be resumed on an altered basis. The next question for self-reflection would be, do I have reservations about this goal? Because if you have a goal and it's not showing up, you want to just see if there's any subtle reluctance. If you've thought of yourself as getting the goal and then finding that you had mixed feelings about it, because those are projected to the universe along with your goal. We get back what we're projecting. If a goal is not happening, it's not because there's something wrong with the practice. The universe is not withholding your goal from you and being perverse. Our results come from within us to manifest in the outside world. So we must look within to see what we're projecting. If you have reservations, those need to be resolved before your goal can manifest. Ask yourself, am I chanting for this goal because somebody else wants it? Like my mother, my family, or a boyfriend or girlfriend? Am I chanting for it because it's expected of someone at my age? Do I have reservations for other reasons? For example, is my intuition telling me that this isn't quite right? Do I secretly believe that this goal is not possible because of one circumstance or another? Do I think I'm not attractive, I'm too old, or any other reason that might prevent me from getting this goal? If so, remember once again that you're connected to the very life force that created the cosmos and you. It will have the answer to how to overcome any condition or circumstance. But you must ask the questions and listen for the answers. It's really vital to remember the principle of oneness of self and the environment. It's easy to do this when things are going well, much more difficult when we aren't producing the results we wanted. The next question for self-reflection is, am I dealing with something like karma? Ask the Gohonzon, is there some way that I need to grow before this goal is possible? Is there some karma that must be addressed? I have done 2 videos on karma, and one's called Difficult Family Karma, What to Do, and the second one is, Do you know how to lessen karmic retribution? Another question for self-reflection is, am I doing the 3 ways of practice? An experienced practitioner said to me once, I have found that if people are not getting results with the practice, they're usually not doing the 3 ways of practice. So ask yourself, am I going to meetings? Am I practicing twice daily? Am I working to support the practice of others? Am I introducing others to the practice? And finally, am I studying? question for self-reflection is, do I have negative feelings toward other members? Daisaku Ikeda has said over and over again that if we're speaking badly of other people in the organization, holding resentments, being jealous or hating, or helping to create conflict, that we're destroying our own good fortune. If something like this is going on, get guidance and work out anything of this nature so it can be resolved. And finally, do I have doubts? These need to be resolved because you're projecting these along with your goal to the universe. Study and talk to other experienced practitioners to resolve any doubts that you might have. So in summary, today we examined issues for self-reflection when a goal is staying stubbornly out of reach. And we used relationship goals as an example. And here were the things, the steps to take. First, evaluate your goal. Does it make you feel happy and excited, or anxious and confused and contracted? Second, are you being specific about what you want? Third, are you trying to force through a goal? Are you chanting with an open hand? Fifth, do you have reservations about this particular goal? Sixth, are you resisting or ignoring personal changes you need to make? 7, do you have doubts? 8, do you have negative feelings toward other members? 9, are you dealing with something karmic? And 10, are you doing the 3 ways of practice? 11, are you anxious and desperate about this goal? URLs that you might like. The first one is 7 ways we block ourselves in chanting for a goal. The second, 8 warning signs that you're manifesting what you don't want. And third, can I change someone else by chanting? And as always, I'm always interested in your comments, in hearing what you'd like to hear about. So let me know some ideas for topics or questions that might have come up for you. And keep those comments coming, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.